Have you ever felt awkward when you're doing something? This might be the reason. So today I was getting advice from my mom about this thing that I have to do, where I have to speak for something. And I was going over some of the things that I was going to share. And she said to me, "Oh, say it like this." And I thought, that feels weird. That doesn't feel like me. Like I wouldn't do that. And I said, Mom, that doesn't feel really natural. It made me think about King David. And when King David had accepted to go into war, well, to fight Goliath, and Saul gave him armor to put on his body, and he put it on and he just felt very weighty and he just felt very awkward and uncomfortable. And he said, I'm used to just using my stone and my sling to do this, to get the work done. This feels very uncomfortable for me to wear, essentially is what he was saying to Saul. He takes it off and he goes into battle with Goliath and he slays. Too often, many of us are going into battle with armor that is not our own, armor that we've not lived with and we've not practiced with for years. And so what ends up happening is that we feel really awkward and uncomfortable. I mean, more and more, I'm just in such agreement with not being like anyone else. We can adopt behavior, mannerisms, speech patterns, from other people, and sometimes it's just not who we are. Especially here on social media, people want to look a certain way, be a certain way, so they go and copy other creators, and then it really does take away from who they are as a person, as someone that could give something of value. And otherwise, I think God would have made billions of people exactly alike, just cloning people. Can you imagine this whole world with people that look and spoke and thought just like you? That would be horrible. I mean, to just have people who are just absolutely the same and walk in the same way, right? I mean, it is different as far as having the mind of Christ, because you can have the mind of Christ and still be a great individual and be completely unique in the way you are. I think about leaves, and leaves don't all look the same, but they all have some of them have different shades, lighter, darker, maybe they're speckled or maybe whatever the case. And they make the tree, and it's still gorgeous, but it's still part of one thing, right? It's all unified in that sense, they are part of the tree. I just believe more so than ever just to be in your own skin and go into battle with what God has already equipped you with versus trying to take some other people's equipment, to put on yourself, because it just won't work. It just does not work that way.